trying something new and different. Well, this is a suggestion from my husband of hooping in the show so that while I wait for viewers to chime in and know that I have gone live, to do a little hooping demonstration. Just kind of jam out. Doing this in the little teeny tiny space here. Doing this with a little commentary so that I don't have to worry about music copyrights. You have tuned into the Hoop Love Y'all show with Shay Rippinger here of Hip the Hoopla. So we'll get started in just a couple of moments, about a minute or so. So just getting warmed up. Feel free to grab your hoop, whatever you like to do. Let's see how many times I can bang the wall in a small space. Hoop move I was trying to work on yesterday was neck to head to nose hooping. I almost had it yesterday too. Let's see, I have to adjust the bun down a little bit. Head hooping, head, 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 head. There it is. Oh, I had it. I was facing the other way, but I had it. I had it. Anyway, from head hooping to nose hooping. Yes, it's possible. Alrighty. Give it just another moment or so. Get a couple breaks in here. Tiny hoop. Grab your hoop. It might be the only time today that you get to hoop. And even if you don't hoop, just enjoy. If you don't have a hoop with you, just mentally go through it in your mind. There we go. Alrighty. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Shay Rippinger of Hoopla. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. This is a live show, so feel free to type your comments in either on the Hip the Hoopla Facebook page or the Hip the Hoopla YouTube channel. And if you're watching either the live recording or the replay recording, I shouldn't say live recording, the live show, thank you very much for watching and tuning in live and bringing in your friends and sharing this with others. And if you're watching the replay, thanks also for watching the replay. And no matter what, you can comment, and the more you share, love, comment, it's all good. So I learn more and stuff like that. So as I said, I was going to bring in, I was just doing a little hooping demonstration, just basically jamming out. Now I'm a little bit winded, so I'm like, all right, I think I need to be set up a little bit more, or let's see here, I don't know about more, but anyway. Okay, that threw off my format because that's not my traditional format. But anyway, it's nice to try and do something new. All right, so you have joined the Hoop Love Y'all show. Thank you very much for joining. I am your host, Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla. And thank you so much. Cool, and we have people sharing the post already. Yay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Tim. Welcome, 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 everybody. And wherever you are in the world watching, really appreciate it. Here with the Hoop Love Y'all show, we talk about, when I say we, I mean me. I'm Shay Rippinger, and I talk about health, humor, and hooping. So, and I will see your comments live, so if you type them in live, I will address them on the video. And I can't really type an answer back for you, so if you're watching on the replay, I'll try and get back with all the answers and check out the comments, and I really appreciate you doing it. Alrighty, so tonight's theme, so I'm broadcasting in the evening. It's a little dark in here, and I'm in a very small space. This is kind of like a little temporary office space. I have brightened and lightened it a little bit with a little bit of my little hoopio background. I call it hoopios. So it's that one right there. I have to see which camera angle and all that stuff. I love these curtains. I need down here and that, but it's really pretty. It's like a metallic, and it's got hoops in it, and it's actually a blackout curtain. And it's a really fun one. So anyway, I will try and be recommending some things. I'm going to keep it nice and short. I try and get in and out in 20 minutes, so I'm keeping an eye on the time. And okay, so this is the theme of tonight's show is In the Zone, and this is number 3 of a 4-part flow series. So it's not just about hooping, but it's health, humor, and hooping. So part of the humor part is my approach to doing the show. So hopefully you enjoy it. And not only are you entertained, but hopefully, either you've learned something new or you remember something that you might want to reintroduce into your repertoire again. So that's my point of trying to do this and share information. And so thank you very much to all you guys sending out hearts and love. I really appreciate that. Okay, so in the zone. So why this is part of the Flow series. And also the Flow series was inspired by the Fab Over 40 hoop community. So shout out to them. Big hearts out to them. They're a very supportive community on Facebook. And I love these people. They're all over the world. And it's a fairly large group. And it's one of the most supportive groups on Facebook that I'm a part of. And I really enjoy everybody. I don't chime in as much as I would love to. And I'm, still in the process of moving here, hence the temporary office space. I'm digging it. It's definitely tiny. So, but as many of you may know, if you followed the show at all, we are on episode 55. 55. I'm very excited about that. So in the new year, I'm starting another 50 episodes this year, and in the throes of that. So again, shout out to the Fab Over 40 group because they're doing a flow challenge in February. So I was inspired by that, and I thought, well, I'll do my own variation of this, and this is my way of participating in that is just doing a flow series, and seeing if I can help inspire other people with this theme as well. So again, that I thank the Fab 40 group because that's where I got the flow idea for February. And whenever you're watching this, it's all good. I'm all in the turtleneck here because it's really cold out today. I've been shoveling for a good couple of weeks now. We moved from Colorado to Idaho, and that was very entertaining in the middle of winter in January. And then we got apparently record-breaking snow in a short amount of time. So my husband's been wearing out his body and arms with the snowblower, and we've also had plowing equipment coming in too. But I've been doing hand shoveling and also trying to learn how to use a snowblower. But my husband's been handling that. But I've got to take care of that when he's not here. So anyway, so looking forward to that. So I haven't had as much time to hoop, but yesterday I want to bring up a little story. Yesterday I had an opportunity to get back to hooping a little bit because he went and jammed with a couple of different bands, and so the first one there was a lot of space to do it with, and I just grabbed my hoop and started jamming, and I felt like I'd been coming back from an injury, and that's one of the things I specialize with is, working with people that are going through different issues, whether it be coming back from something physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be. We all go through things in life, ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and all that kind of good stuff. Ebb and flow was one of the past themes of the flow series that started this off. The ebb and flow, the immersion, this is in the zone, and the last one will be focus. So anyway, the in the zone, I kind of was getting back into the zone with just jamming a little bit yesterday, and it was the first time that I had really I felt very rusty, but I was getting back in the groove and just remembering what I remembered, and which didn't seem like a lot. But I was working yesterday on that move that I was, trying out at the beginning of the show, which was doing head hooping to nose hooping, which that's a new one for me. So I was trying to get in the zone, and it's so funny because, we have what we call flow face in the community, in the circus community, and it's this face that you get, and usually it's the time that somebody takes a picture, and it's not your most attractive face. It's usually, it could be anything, but it's usually something like, like you're very into what you're doing. You're very in the zone, and part of the definition of in the zone is like when the rest of the world melts away, when you're so super hyper focused and you're in your flow and you're really digging your groove. All the other metaphors that you can possibly use for that it doesn't matter. You're not really paying attention to what you look like because you're just enjoying what you're doing. You're in the zone, so you're getting the maximum benefit, and you're really being, some people call it being in the moment. So, or being not just centered, but there's a word for it. I'll remember it. Anyway, mindfulness. That's it. I think I need some more ginkgo today. There's a good health recommendation for you is the ginkgo. That is a very good one for helping you get in the zone of helping your brain cells work so that it all comes together. It helps with memory. It helps with short-term and long-term memory, brain circulation. It's good for a lot of different things. It's been around for a very, very long time and has definitely hit the market. And, it's been, go-to for a lot of people. And it's in a lot of like brain formula things, like so in your health food store and stuff like that. I'm also going to be starting to recommend things and having links up so that the things that I'm recommending you can go find right away and see, maybe you want to get something like that and see if it works for you. So offer it out there to you, some of these suggestions you can put into practice right away. Because when you take action on something right away, then you can actually put it in your repertoire right away. Because otherwise, about 95% of what we hear, what we listen to just goes, just, we hear it, it goes through the ear, it goes out the other ear, and it's gone. So it could be new learning and it's gone. Hence part of the humor of the show. But it's gone because we don't do anything with it. I'm totally guilty of this. I take like classes and stuff like that. But if I don't put a couple of those things into action, I could like listen to a whole webinar and they, give a ton of information. It's all very good and it's brilliant stuff. And if I don't take action on at least one thing from that, then it's time wasted. So I've been putting that into play lately and taking action on just one thing at a time. So not at a time, I multitask too, but at least, so I encourage you with this broadcast, take some things, maybe it's, write down ginkgo for yourself, put a little ribbon on your finger as a reminder, a rubber band around your wrist, and remember to get yourself some ginkgo. Again, I'll try and put in some links on the video in the show notes. And on YouTube, that's where I have the show notes, and I'm also trying to get them more up on my website as well. So get this a little bit more searchable, findable, all that kind of good stuff. So it's all a work in progress. That's part of being in the zone, is a work in progress. So also I had a quick little healthy suggestion too, and that is a joy jar. So this is an example of a joy jar. This is an older one. This is I need to adjust the thing on this. But what I have in this, so it's just like basically a pretty jar, or whatever, you could put it in whatever format you like. But I have like a little pretty jar in here, and then I have a little list, and it's basically like a list of accomplishments for the year. So it's kind of cool things that so as you go about your time, write down the cool things that have been happening to you. So you could call it an accomplishments list, a joy list. You could call it whatever the heck you like. You could be reaching your goals, and you could be writing them down and checking them off. So, but I recommend that you just write down your successes. Don't write down your to-do list, because this will be a nightmare jar. Otherwise, it won't be much joy, because you might check off 2 of those things out of 100, and so you might have a really lengthy list and not get much done. Much accomplished of what you think you should have done on your to-do list. But the point of it is maybe those 2 things were really meaningful, or you got joy from them, or they really brought something of value to your life. Whether it be income or connections with friends, or you grew your business, or whatever, you improved your health, you came back from something significant, you overcame something, whatever the case may be. Write it on your little list here, and I date mine too. So this one I was going in consecutive order, and I made it all through half of January on this one. Maybe, did I go on the next page? I don't know. Anyway, but I do keep one of these going in a notebook format too. So, but it's kind of, I tried this one year of doing a joy jar, and that was kind of a fun thing. So there's that. So also, in the zone, I'm going to change up the order here and do a little hooping thing. Let's see here. I wanted to do, let's see here. I'm going to end the show with the laughter yoga exercise. I want to jump into the hooping little tutorial part here. So if you have a hoop, grab it. I am using, I always try and say what I'm using so that you have an idea of what I'm using. I handcraft all of these hoops. I'm a professional hoopsmith, and so I make nice custom handcrafted hoops. This is a Poly Pro. This is a 5/8 inch, so it's small, light, and thin. So the nice part about this is my little tiny hands can grip this really well, and and also I like using a smaller hoop, and I've trained myself to get down to using a smaller hoop. It's great for on body work. It hurts less when you smack yourself with it, which when you do hoop, yeah, that happens a lot. And you're going to see with this move right here, which is a coin flip around the head, that you can definitely smack yourself with it. Okay, I have, yes, welcome to live chat. Yep, yeah. I've already been broadcasting for a while. It's like, welcome to live chat. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm going to be doing a little coin flip around the neck. So again, just a small tutorial for that. So it's going to kind of look like that. So you notice that I kind of raise up a little bit. That's one of the tips and tricks, the hooping hacks for this. So I'm going to take and I'm going to hold this in two hands, and I'm going to take, and so one of the reasons why you don't want to use a gigantic hoop on this, if you just have a gigantic hoop, that's fine. Maybe do this on a different body part. So like, for instance, you can do that same coin flip version on a different body part. You can do it on your chest. You can do different variations of it. But right now, I'm just going to do, so I showed you two other variations, and but right now I'm just going to give you the tutorial, the quick tutorial for the neck. So we're going to go around. So I'm taking, and I'm going to be flipping from one side to the other. So I'm taking my right hand and I'm flipping it around my right side, and then I'm releasing it, and it's going to travel around my neck, flip, 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 and it's going to flip, and I'm going to re-catch it in my hands. So I'm also going to lift up just a slight amount to give it a little oomph to go. You don't necessarily have to do this. I find that when you're first beginning this, that little extra, and I actually got that from a hoop workshop from Sharna Rose, so shout out to Sharna Rose when she was teaching. I think she was teaching this one. Actually, I think she was teaching it going over the back and lifting up just a little bit so that you get your coin flip going over the back. And she does brilliant moves and brilliant teaching too, and she's so much fun. And she's also in the Fab 40 group, so shout out Sharna Rose. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to give this a little flip. So I'm going right hand first, and then the left hand's going to follow, and I'm going to do a little lift up. Whee! And I'm going to try and get this to go this way. So I'm making sure that the hoop is going on your bottom access point, and it's traveling around. We did schmears in this flow series and keeping the access point around the belt line. So your belt line here is around your neck, and again, try and use a smaller, lighter hoop if you can, and get this going around. So some things to notice is when you're doing this and you're just smacking yourself in the head, try not to do that. You want to give space with this and keep your head in the center. So I'm going to lift up, and this is going to take a lot of practice. Believe me, I'm not, this isn't one of my favorite brilliant moves. When I practice this a lot, it looks great. But if I don't practice it a lot, it tends to be all over the place, and I'm losing the hoop all over the place. Now again, you can do it on the other side too. I'm better at the right side because I've practiced the right side more. I highly recommend doing your rotations in both directions. And also one of the reasons why you want to try your rotations in any hoop moves in both directions is that your brain, one side of your brain works the opposite side of your body. So it's really good for your brain cells to cross connect and create new neural pathways. So very important to do. So again, one last time trying this, and you can give it a little coin flip and bang everything in the process. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go. There we go. Almost. So, and again, it's a big hoop, so, if you're catching it, you don't have to, if you don't necessarily grab it in your hands, that's okay. You can hook it. So hooking works just as well. There's a hook. So, and then you can go into other moves and do other things. So try that and, put on your favorite music, get in your own zone, find your flow with that. Okay, now we're going to end the show with a little hoop. I'm sorry, a laughter yoga exercise really quick so they can get in and out on time. So we're going to do an in the zone thing. So we're just going to take the hoop and just bring it up and just concentrate on your breath and be in the zone with your breath. You can do this with or without the hoop. Exhale it out. And do this with a little smile. Breathe it in. Lift it all the way up. Exhale it out. Bring it all the way down. With that smile, bring it in. I'm going to go down a little bit so you can see the hoop in the frame there. And then exhale it out. One more time. Bring it in. And then exhale it out. So hopefully you focused on your breath, got some smile, energy going, and hopefully you did that with me. If you did, clap with me, because at the end of laughter yoga exercise, we end up with very good, yay. We do that twice, very good, yay. Alrighty, so that is the show today. Hopefully you enjoyed that and got a little, few tips and suggestions. Remember your joy jar. Remember your coin flip around the neck, and the little trying some laughter yoga exercises. So if you enjoyed this, please comment, please share. I really appreciate you doing that. And also let me know what other topics you might like me to cover. So when you chime in live, you ask questions. That really helps, and I can answer those things. So maybe you're working on, you're like, okay, well, what if I don't have a jar, or maybe I don't have that kind of a hoop, or how do I adapt this move? I can work with you live on that, on different things like that. You can also contact me at Hoopla, and I'm now in Boise, Idaho, up in the mountains, so which is where I'm broadcasting from at the moment. And yeah, so again, I appreciate you watching, joining, hooping, laughing, learning, and just bringing your heart and your joy today. So thank you so much for sharing and caring and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you so much. Rock on. Peace out.